The Milesian School refers to a group of pre-Socratic philosophers who lived in the ancient Greek city of Miletus, located in Asia Minor, modern-day Turkey, around the 6th century BCE. These early thinkers are often considered the first Western philosophers, as they sought natural explanations for the world rather than relying on mythology or religious explanations. Their ideas laid the foundation for later developments in Western philosophy, science, and cosmology. Key philosophers of the Milesian School: Thales of Miletus, circa 624 to 546 BCE. Thales is considered the first philosopher in Western history and is often credited with initiating the search for natural causes in place of mythological explanations. Key idea: Thales proposed that water was the fundamental substance, arche, of the universe. He believed that all things originated from water and that it was the essential element that underlies all life and existence. Legacy: Thales is also noted for his contributions to geometry and astronomy, and he is sometimes regarded as the first person to attempt to explain natural phenomena without resorting to divine or supernatural explanations. Anaximander, circa 610 to 546 BCE, a student or successor of Thales, Anaximander expanded upon Thales' idea of a fundamental substance. Key idea: Anaximander proposed that the ultimate principle, arche, of the universe was not water, but rather the apeiron, often translated as the boundless, or the infinite. He argued that this indefinite, eternal substance gave rise to all things and was beyond human comprehension. Cosmology: Anaximander is also known for his early cosmological theories, including the idea that the Earth floats unsupported in space, and for making one of the first attempts at explaining the origins of the universe and life. Legacy: Anaximander's idea of the apeiron influenced later cosmological and metaphysical thinking, and his work laid the groundwork for theories of evolution and the nature of the universe. Anaximenes, circa 585 to 528 BCE. Anaximenes is often considered the third philosopher in the Milesian School. Key idea: Anaximenes proposed that air, or air, was the fundamental substance of the universe. He believed that all things arise from air through processes of rarefaction and condensation, i.e., air can become fire when it is rarefied, and it can become water or earth when condensed. Cosmology: Anaximenes' theory presents a more materialistic and observable approach than Anaximander's more abstract apeiron. Legacy: Anaximenes' emphasis on air as a primary element influenced later scientific thought, particularly regarding the role of gases and air in physical processes. Core ideas of the Milesian School: Monism. The Milesian philosophers were all monists, meaning they believed that the universe is composed of one fundamental substance or principle, arche. This stands in contrast to the idea that the world is made up of many unrelated substances. Naturalism and rational inquiry. The Milesians were the first to attempt to explain the natural world through observation, reason, and logic, rather than through myths, religion, or divine intervention. This approach marks a critical departure from earlier, mythological worldviews. Cosmology and the origins of the universe. The Milesian philosophers were concerned with cosmology, the nature, origin, and structure of the universe. Each of them offered a unique theory regarding the substance from which everything arose and how the world and its phenomena could be explained without resorting to supernatural explanations. Change and transformation. The Milesian thinkers were also interested in how change occurs in the universe. Thales believed in a unity underlying all things, water. Anaximander introduced the concept of the indefinite apeiron, and Anaximenes suggested that change happens through the transformation of air into other substances. Rejection of mythology. In contrast to earlier thinkers who attributed natural phenomena to the will of the gods, the Milesians sought natural causes. They looked for rational explanations of phenomena like lightning, the seasons, and the formation of the earth, laying the groundwork for later developments in both philosophy and science. Influence and legacy. Foundation of Western philosophy. The Milesian School is often regarded as the beginning of philosophy in the Western tradition. By seeking natural explanations for the universe, these thinkers shifted the focus from mythology and religion to reason and observation. Development of natural science. The emphasis on finding natural causes for phenomena laid the foundation for the development of natural science. Philosophers like Thales, Anaximander, and Anaximenes contributed to early theories of matter, cosmology, and the origins of life, influencing later scientists and thinkers in the tradition of naturalism. Influence on later thinkers. The Milesians had a profound influence on later philosophers, especially the Pythagoreans, Heraclitus, and Plato, who would build upon and refine their ideas. For example, Anaximander's idea of the boundless apeiron was taken up by later metaphysicians, and the idea of a single substance underlying all things was developed further by Heraclitus with his doctrine of fire as the primary substance. Philosophy of nature. The work of the Milesians marks the beginning of the philosophy of nature, the study of the physical world and the laws that govern it. Their naturalistic outlook influenced the development of empiricism, scientific inquiry, and rationalism in Western thought. Conclusion: the Milesian school of thought was a pioneering movement in the history of Western philosophy. Its key philosophers, Thales, Anaximander, and Anaximenes, sought to understand the universe through reason, observation, and natural causes, rejecting the mythological explanations of the world that were dominant at the time. Their efforts laid the groundwork for the development of philosophy, science, and cosmology, influencing thinkers for centuries to come.